Willie D. Live.
What's up, family? A Russian parliament leader said Russia will attack the U.S. if the United States does not return a Russian oil tanker that was taken in international waters. Specifically, this is what was said. To attack with torpedoes to sink a couple of American Coast Guard boats. Normally, they guard their shore several thousand kilometers away from it. I think the United States, which is in a kind of euphoria of impunity after the special operation in Venezuela, can only be stopped now with such a click on the nose. U.S. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said, those captured aboard the ship will be put on trial. Russia says, no, we want our citizens back, or we are going to attack your military. Whew, man. All right, family, give me a thumbs up if you believe that Russia is well within their rights to strike the U.S. after the U.S. seized one of their oil tankers in international waters. Thumbs down if you say, no, man, we the U.S., man, we do what we want to do. Thumbs down, man. They're going to have to just take that on the chin. What they going to do about it? Thumbs down. That was kind of loaded, huh? I gave you the answer, didn't I? Family, this is horrible. This is one of those situations where you have to laugh to stop from crying. Let me tell you what I think. I think the U.S. is on a suicide mission. Donald Trump and his flunkies are going to get a lot of Americans killed. Ain't no other way to put it, fam. They're going to get somebody killed, not just somebody, but a lot of somebody's killed. And here's the cold part. It won't be their kids. It won't be their grandkids. It won't be their great-grandkids. It won't be their sister. It won't be their brothers. Won't be their nephews and nieces. It's going to be your nephew and nieces. It's going to be your kids, your grandkids. I say anybody we catch bragging about war, whether they're walking down the sidewalk or walking down the sidewalk on their phone, whether they're in a restaurant, in church, because the pastors are getting in on the action, school, on a football field, at a basketball game, in the White House, at the Capitol. Let them go first. They automatically should be signed up. They must automatically register for war. They must automatically enlist to go to war. And let them go first. All the ones who are war hungry, all of the ones who think it's sweet, let them go first. Because here's what happens. Typically, the people that do the most talking about war be the least ones who are prepared for war or who will fight. Look at Trump. He is at the center of all of this. And he was scared to join the military. He dodged the draft. Not once, not twice, not three times, he dodged the draft 5 times. And you got people out here bowing down to him, kissing the ring, and they're afraid of him? A draft dodger? They're being led by a draft dodger. He called himself the commander-in-chief. They're allowing a guy who gets so much from this country, who ain't gonna fight for himself. He will not fight. He already told you. He leading by example. I'm not fighting. You go fight. They're being led by a guy who has no military experience. Even better, no combat experience. I couldn't follow a dude like that. Not in war. Oh, hell no. If I'm gonna follow you, if I'm gonna rock with you, we finna go to war, I gotta know you battle tested. But, these days, all you gotta do is have some money or have some power or both, and people will follow you off the end of the earth, man. It's people out here, man, they ain't got the sense God gave them. Ain't no way I follow a coward. People think he tough because he talk tough. All politicians talk tough. All cops can talk tough. When they got the whole police force behind them, you got the police force behind you, you got a gun and a badge, and you got the law on your side. That's easy to talk tough. But what happened when them dudes commit crimes and they end up in jail? You should see them then. Boy, their asses be quiet as a church mouse. They got to put them in protective custody. But before that happens, they're running the streets. This is my street. Get off the street. Move it. What you doing? All that kind of stuff. Just pushing people around. And then when they mess around and get caught up, now they humbled. Oh, are they humbled? See, it's easy to talk that shit when you got the power, you got the money, you got the troops behind you. You got all those troops, you got all that security. That's easy to talk slick. But how slick you gonna talk when you by yourself? I bet you Trump ain't never had a fight in his life, and if he did, it was probably when he was fighting with them girls on Epstein's Island. Come on, fam. Come on. We gotta be sharper than that. We gotta be way sharper than that. This dude is out here playing games. He's out here toying with World War III. Let me explain this to you, fam. If World War III kicks off, it's over. Ain't gonna be no World War IV. It's over. Well, let me back up. If there is a World War IV, it'll be after the world repopulates. Because damn near everybody gonna be dead. So it might take 1,000 years to repopulate and get the numbers back up. And history will show what happened. And the damn fools who are born in the future are going to make the same mistakes that the damn fools today are making. You know why? Because power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. When people have the same as others, you tend to see a little bit more tranquility. You tend to see people get along better. But the moment somebody sees an opportunity to elevate and distance themselves from the pack, you'll see them switch it up. And now all of a sudden, there's a different dynamic at play. For example, let's say, and some of you may be able to relate to this, right? Let's say you're on the job. You are working with a guy and y'all on the same level. Y'all got the same money. Y'all have the same task, a similar task, right? And y'all kick it, y'all hang out together and everything, and the respect is there. You respect him, he respect you, or she respect you, you respect her. Then all of a sudden that person gets a promotion. And almost overnight, seemingly, the person starts talking like they're above you. Next thing you know, they're telling you what to do, and not telling you what to do as in, this is your job description, but telling you what to do, like, shut up. You know what? You may need to stay at home. Stuff like that, Next thing you know, they start leveraging their position to perhaps threaten you with firing. Y'all started off the same, but once they got that power, it went to their head. I saw a guy come to a company one day that I was close to, a company I was affiliated with. He started off as an intern. Nicest dude ever. Messed around, got in, and got some power. And he went from the nicest guy to one of the worst guys, but only to his subordinates. Those who had a higher position than him, he was still a nice guy. That's why they say, you should, if you really want to know what type of person someone is, you should watch how they treat people who cannot do anything for them. Watch how they treat people who they don't need, right? Trump is toying with World War III. He's playing with people's lives. The sad thing about it is you got damn fools out there who don't know the difference. I saw a lawyer today on a video, a black lawyer at that. This dumbass clown is talking about how we need to not criticize Donald Trump and just watch him work and don't judge him. And let's just see how things work out, because God is using him in ways that we don't understand. This is a pastor. Yeah, this is a pastor. We're in trouble, family. I saw online where some dude was saying Trump was doing all of this to enforce trade sanctions. You damn fool. Trump is doing all of this because of oil. He's doing all of this because of greed. He's doing all of this as a distraction from those Epstein files, as a distraction from his other actions. Did you know that the Trump family has taken in hundreds of millions of dollars since he became president? This second time? Well, the first time around, they got a bunch of money, but this time around, they're really going in. I mean, they're raking in the money by the hundreds of millions. They killing the game. Meanwhile, the average American can't buy a loaf of bread. Can't buy eggs, can't afford eggs. Yeah. Americans are having to ration. Do I buy some medicine or do I buy some food? Yeah. Family, right dead smack in the middle of a recession, they raised the premium for health insurance by 2 and 3 times. 200 to 300%. And let's not get into car insurance, especially in Texas. These people don't care. I do believe that they're trying to squeeze us into socialism. They say they're not. They try to act like they're totally against socialism. But they're going to have to do something because people are hurting too much. You got AI threatening jobs. People are losing jobs by the hundreds of thousands. If America was not such a crime-ridden place, was not such a morally corrupt place, you probably would not have people going at each other's throat as much because they're hurting financially. But because it is, they're not going to go without. They're going to find a way to get it. They're going to turn on each other. And it's going to be really, really bad. So they're going to come with some, we're going to do some stimulus checks and da-da-da-da-da. Oh, we're going to start free housing, this, that, and the third. They're going to have to move toward socialism, or just let a whole bunch of people die. I'm talking about tens of millions of people die. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.